So in chapter 10, I will discuss on what is the function of PS2 or a mouse and keyboard connector. So what is PS2? The PS2 or personal system port, also referred to as the mouse port or keyboard port, was developed by IBM. It is used to connect a computer mouse or keyboard to an IBM compatible computer. The PS2 port is a mini DIN plug containing 6 pins and is still sometimes found in all IBM compatible computers. And next is, what is USB port, or what is the function of USB port? USB port allows USB devices to be connected to each other with the transferred digital data over USB cable. They can also supply electricity power across the cable to device that need it. So USB port used for also in connecting our keyboard or mouse, which has a USB connector. And also we can attach our flash drive in a USB port. We can access our flash drive on what inside our flash drive using the USB port. We can also charge our gadgets in the USB port with our USB cable charger to our USB port. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Balbastro Karen Grace. In Chapter 10, I'm going to discuss the function of input and output ports. There are two types of ports, the internal port and the external port. Internal port, it connects the motherboard to internal devices like hard disk drive, CD drive, internal modem, and other. While the external port, it connects the motherboard to external devices like modem, mouse, printer, and flash drives. I chose two parts of input and output ports. The first one is the USB port. USB port or USB stands for Universal Serial Bus. It is the industry standard for short distance digital data connection. USB port is a standardized port to connect a variety of devices like printer, camera, keyboard, and speaker. I also chose the network ports. Network ports allow you to connect cables to computers, routers, modems, and other peripheral devices. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, we will talk about the input and output port in chapter 10. First is printer parallel port. It is an interface allowing the personal computer to transmit or receive data down multiple bundle cables to a peripheral device, such as printer, and most common parallel port is a printer, known as the Centronic port. And the second one is serial port. A serial port is an interface that allows a PC to transmit or receive data one bit at a time. It is one of the oldest types in the interface, and at that one time was commonly used to connect printers and external moderns to a
Good afternoon, everyone. This is the basic of computers input of or output ports. First one is Power port allows an electrical current to pass. Example, not a data stream. Next one is keyboard. Act as an input device. Next is USB. It used to transfer digital data over USB cables. And these are the other parts. Serial port, monitor, game port, network, telephone line in, S-video out, mouse, printer or parallel port, speaker, microphone, telephone line out, FM reception, cable table, and these are the input and output devices.
Hello everyone, I'm Maria Erica B. Cruz of OL22A14 and I'm about to discuss some of the function of input and output devices. First is the keyboard. Keyboard is an input device used to enter characters and functions into the computer system by pressing buttons or keys. It is the primary device used to enter text. Second is the mouse. Mouse is an input device used for selecting items, opening and closing items, copying and deleting the items on the screen by controlling the movement of a cursor or pointer on the computer screen. And lastly, the monitor. Monitor port is a port used to establish the connection between the monitor and the computer in order to display the computer's output like images and videos. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Rinal de la Cruz. At ngayong video na to ay pag-uusapan natin ay ang function ng input at output devices. Okay, ang unahin nating pag-usapan ay ang input devices. Ang input device ay ang mga device na ginagamit natin na tumatanggap ng data at mga instructions mula sa user o mula sa ibang computer system. Okay, isang halimbawa na dito ay ang keyboard. Ang keyboard ay isang piraso ng computer hardware na ginagamit upang mag-input ng text, character, at iba pang mga command sa computer o similar devices. At isa pang halimbawa ng input devices ay ang mouse. Ang mouse ay isang handheld hardware input devices na kumokontrol sa isang cursors sa isang GUI at maaaring maglipat at pumili ng mga text, mga icons, mga file at mga folders sa iyong computer. Okay. Ang pag-uusapan naman natin ngayon ay ang output devices. Ang output devices naman ay anumang piraso ng computer hardware na nagpapakita ng resulta pagkatapos iproseso ng computer ang input data na ipinasok dito. Isang halimbawa dito ay ang monitor. Ang monitor or computer display. Monitor display information in visual form gamit ang text at graphics. Okay. Isa pang halimbawa ng output device ay ang speaker. Ang speaker ay ginagamit upang tumugtog ng tunog na maaaring isama sa system unit o konektado sa mga cable. Binibigyang daan tayo ng device na ito upang makinig at makarinig ng mga tunog mula sa ating computer.
Good day everyone! Today, I'll discuss about the chapter 10, about the input and output ports. The mouse is the handheld input device which consists of two buttons, one on the left and the second on the right, and scroll wheel in the middle which also works as a button. It is also called a pointing device It works based on two-dimensional motion. This motion converted into a pointer or cursor on the screen. We use the mouse on the flat surface by using our fingers so that can easily move pointer or cursors across the computer screen. In the early days, the mouse has used a ball roller for moving the cursor on the computer screen. In modern computer, mouse are designed with an optical sensor that controls our cursor movement on the computer screen, like the keyboard. The mouse is connected to the computer through USB cables or by using a Bluetooth device. The laptop computer has a built touchpad that works similarly to a mouse. By using a mouse button, we can perform some operation like select items from the menu, drag and drop documents, select or more documents like items from the menu, and etc. It's not just for entering text on the computer. The second one is
I choose keyboard and mouse. Mouse is a handheld hardware input device that controls the cursor in a GUI and can move and select text, icons, files, and folders. For desktop computer, the mouse is placed in a flat surface such as mousepad, table, and placed in front of your computer. While the keyboard the function of this is to act as an input device. Using keyboard, a person can type documents, use keystroke shortcuts, access menus, play games, and perform different variety of tasks.
Hello. Yung explain ko naman is yung speaker port, yung sa likod ulit ng chassis ng computer. Yun. Yung parang ano din yun, yung speaker port is saksakan parang sa headphone, ganun. Direkta sa computer. Ayun, papakita ko rin yung picture ng speaker port. Ayun yung yung mga sounds. Alam niyo naman yun eh. Diba? Ayun lang. Yung explain ko naman is yung monitor port. Yung monitor port is yung saksakan ng monitor sa computer. Yung display, paggagamit ka ng parang yung TV, ayun yung saksakan yung monitor port. Ito mamaya papakita ko. Send ko yung picture ng monitor port. Yung monitor port, ayun yung saksakan yung sa likod ng chassis ng computer. Tawag dito yung CPU. Hindi. Ayun, basta yun na yun. Send ko dito.
Hi guys, Kuya Clyde again. Ngayon, i-discuss naman natin kung ano ang input and output devices. Ano ang mga function nito. Tara, kinig kayo. Input and output devices. Ano nga ba ang input and output devices? Unahin natin sa input devices. Ang input devices ay isang sistema na binibigyan mo ng command or control signal upang gawin ang mga bagay na iyong pinapagawa. At ang output devices ay isang sistema rin na di mo na binibigyan ng command or control signal, ito'y kusa niya ng ginagawa. Mouse is a small movable device that lets you control a range of things on a computer. Most type of mouse have two buttons and some will have a wheel in between the buttons. Marami tayong uri ng mouse. Meron tayong wire mouse, wireless mouse, Bluetooth mouse, at iba pa. The scanner, also called a optical scanner is computer input device that uses a light beam to scan code, text, or graphic image directly into a computer or computer system. Marami rin tayong uri ng scanning devices tulad ng book scanners, QR code or barcode scanners, overhead scanner. Projector or image projector is an optical device that projects an image into a surface, commonly a projection screen. Marami rin tayong uri ng projector tulad ng DLP, LCD, at LED, at marami pang iba. Computer monitor ay nagdi-display ng mga video at graphics data na galing sa computer, at kaparehas din nito mag-function ang TV, at meron tayo iba-ibang uri ng monitor like CRT, LCD, at LED. Sana may natutunan kayo. Ingat kayo lagi.
Good day, I'm here to discuss Chapter 10 that is all about computers' input and output ports. Game port. Game port is mostly found on the back of the computer. Game port is 15-pin socket that was later integrated into sound cards. A game port can be considered as a simple general-purpose analog data acquisition port capable of supporting 4 variable voltage inputs and 4 simple switch inputs. A game controller attached to this interface supports buttons and variable inputs from a joystick or similar device. A game ports use only one input and output base address, and never needs interrupt requests or map memory. Game ports are categorized into single and dual ports. The single port type can only support 2 access controllers, and in the case of joysticks, cannot support joystick 2 functions. In the case of dual port, it supports joystick 1 and joystick 2 functionalities.